Now, on the back of this, you'll notice that there's skills required, technical skills, knowledge and experience skills. The main thing in the world, in my experience in sales, which is 50 years, and Lou Rodney said it better than anybody. He said, give me 11 people who hate to lose, and I'll give you a winning football team. I'm the same way. You see, success is uncommon. It's not to be shared by the common man. I look for the uncommon man. See, I want the person who will show up. What's the 4 words I always share with you? What are they? Do you all remember? Your key to your success? Show up and stop that. What does stop that mean? What is it, Richard? Exactly. Now, what y'all should do is you should get a big fur mitten. Big fur. You buy it at Kmart. And you walk around, and I come in, and Benny comes in and says, oh, man, some prospect today, man, these people, man, they're uptight. Bah! Stop that. Stop on the side of that. Stop that. You see, what happens is you are inundated with negative information. Negative. You are blessed. I said to Joe 1,000 times. 1,000. What better business can we be in than this? What? Name it. There is never any condition in the world, economic-wise or otherwise, that somebody will not list a house and someone won't buy it. Now, what you have to do is what? Go find them. And I sat for 10 years waiting for them to come to me. Sometimes you get 1 or 2 a day is all. And I found out I could go out and get them. I'd go ask them. My God, I ran into a gold mine when I got into the real estate business. Because it's endless. Now, let me ask you a very logical question. Is there more people in your defined marketplace that you don't know than you do know?
Yes.
Well, guess what would make sense? Thank you, man. Let's go see them. You only have to ask 2 magic questions. What are they? What are they, Richard?
Do you want to buy or sell?
Yeah, pretty simple. Now, here's a proven fact. And I've shared this maybe not with you, but with many groups before. J. Douglas Edwards, who was the master, the guru, the master of sales. For Tommy Hopkins, Mike, everybody came out of that arena. He wrote the book of the 12 Magic Closes. J. Douglas did this for Hartford, Massachusetts insurance company back in the 50s. Here was the script. Now watch this, because you want to prove a point that it is a game of numbers. Here was the script. Hello, David Kellerman, Hartford, Massachusetts insurance company. You're probably not interested in any insurance, are you? 1 out of 125 said, you know, it's so funny. My wife and I have been talking about that. Just to prove the point that they're there. That's why you have to get very excited when you're in the lead generation mode. And you know what that is? That's your sphere of influence, FSBOs, expires, hot doors, tell 20 on new listing, tell 20 on open house, 7-second preview. He's taught you all that. I'll go over into that with you. You know all that. But see, the beauty of that is this. When you are out doing this, or doing this, now let me put another piece to bed for you. I don't ever want to hear this from anyone in here. Don't ever, ever, in my presence, say, man, it's hard work. See, that's not hard work. Come back to my area and go work 12 hours in an automobile plant, like my dad did for 47 years. We lift 500 dynafold flanges a day. That's hard work. What we do is not hard work. Do y'all agree with that? Yeah. Now, how many of you here worry? Okay, we're going to stop that today. Raise your hand again. Take a look at it. Okay, here's what we're going to have. We're going to have the Century 21 Daily All-Star Worry Party. Here's how it works. Well, it's great. It works like this. I know he has training. We'll start it early, and y'all come in. All the warriors come in like this, and probably right here would be a good spot. Just come in, and all gather around like this, Just get it. Oh, I'm worried. Man, I'm worried about my husband. I'm worried about this. Man, I'm worried. And when someone walks by, I say, what the hell are those people? Oh, they're worrying. This is when they worry. They have a set time they worry right now. Because that's how much sense it makes. So you can only worry about two things. Only two. You can worry about things you can control, or you can worry about things you cannot control. Would y'all agree?
Yes.
So if you can control them, do something about them. And if you can't, why would you worry about them? So start the worry party, get that out of everybody's system, because you don't need to do any of that. It's just not necessary. You just don't have to do that. Now, the piece that I'll piggyback on with that comment is this other handout I gave you. Now I will, as long as I am alive, and as long as I interact with Joe, which will be to either he dies or I die, whichever comes first. Not going yet. I will always, any group, always talk about this. I've shared with you before how the brain works. You have the conscious piece, the subconscious piece, the creative conscious piece. The conscious piece, what it does. Right now you're doing it. You know, you've had David Leonard. David, I'm sure, explained all this to you. You know, your representational systems, how you, audio, you know, they've had all that. So what happens is this, is that as you perceive, evaluate, associate, and make a decision, that goes into the subconscious, the file cabinet. That's why we have that big fur club, and stop that, because that's negative. And here's what happens. If I take a coffee cup and fill it up with coffee and it's black, and then I take this bottle of water and keep pouring in the cup, what will I end up with? What kind of water? Thank you. That's the way your brain is. Exactly, no different. It was so funny. I was a mutual friend of ours. I was over in their office Wednesday when it was raining. You know, I get to do some of that stuff. And everyone was, not everyone, 2 or 3 people were complaining about the rain. Oh man, it's going to be a bee driving home and I go, maniacs and all, you know, all that stuff. I said, I lived out here 17 years. I always found the rain cleared everything, all the smog out, made it nice and fresh. Now see the difference in self-talk? Let me share something with you. What you look for is mainly what you will see. So when you get up in the morning and it's time to do lead generation, and you take that file cabinet and you fill it with, oh man, they never, I don't know why they made, well, Richard's always going to do this. Or why do we have to, no. See, you don't. What you have to do is this, is you have to contribute. Now, I will guarantee you, and I could be wrong, but I'm sure that if you can produce your 24 listings in 12 cells, that's going to give you 30 transactions, but 75% of those listings will sell. I'm sure that they're not going to beat you up real bad if you do that. You're not probably going to say, should make it cost? It's the result. Now, and you do a number of different ways. Let me show you to prove that to you. I'll give you a little fun exercise to do here, just to prove this point. You see, the skills get to the end result.